Yeah, it's the first time using this. I had no fucking clue. Hey, so, from England, UK, straight Wolverhampton area. Hmm. Yeah. All right, all right. So there's not much music going on near me. It's mostly coming out of London. Yeah. So in London, there's shitloads. You got M Huncho, you got Dutch Valley, you got people like Ocean Wisdom, they're faster, and shit like that. No, man. No, not about that. Well, yeah, if you're talking about drill, everyone's just talking about shanking each other, chefing each other, all that sort of shit. Um, I don't run around with a knife or anything like that. I was a chef, so I say shit like that. Um, but myself, I just like to hustle. I get my money up, so nah, 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 nah. Yeah, man, full album, first album I'm putting out. Yeah, man, yeah, it's a lot of work. I felt good, getting that little tick next to your name. But it is what it is. You can get it quite easily nowadays, can't you? Yeah, that's mad. That happened over the past couple of days. I put out a single. Well, I put out a track on an album that was done by this American record company called Gateway Records, and I don't know what they've been doing, but it popped yesterday. I had people listening in all day, and I had like 2K streams in a day for the first time, so it just jumped the monthly listeners up. Yeah, so what I've been doing, I've just been trying to stockpile the beats at the moment, and then I've got a load of beats now, so I'm just writing constantly, and then I get in the studio when I can. Uh, so the fam don't actually know about this music yet, so yeah, I get in the studio when I can. I've got a home booth, but I'm not using that at the moment. So yeah, whenever I get time, I get in the studio, record as quick as I can, and then I'm just trying to get as much backlogged as I can. You know. Hmm. Yeah, my YouTube's lacking, so I need to get some music videos out there. Um, hmm, Probably after this album drops, because I'm going back up to Scotland because I'm at uni at the moment as well. I'm going back up to Scotland. I got some links there. They can do some videos for me. So yeah, 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 yeah. You call it. All right, so get ready for this one. I'm doing computer game art, so I do like 3D modeling and shit. Oh, nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, you just gotta be you all the way. You know, there's so many rappers who lie out there, and just there's no point in it. It was, yeah, yeah. It's strange because it's the first time I've done it, same as you. Um, so everyone's got the different flows. So it's fun hearing what everyone's got. But like you say, the beat was completely different. So that threw me off to start with. So I didn't know whether I wanted to go with a slow flow or a fast flow, and I kind of mixed it up. I started slow, and then I started doing some double time on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, everyone's got their own thing going on there. Yeah, it's hit and miss all the time, isn't it? Because I'm not pumping a shitload of money into it or anything. Um, so everything's just where the algorithm takes it in it, and then it depends how many people I send it to in the DMs and that sort of stuff, because that can help you out massively. You put a new post out and you just sling it to 50 people, and then hopefully they come through and comment, and it just bumps it up, doesn't it? So, but yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right. If you keep it daily, um, it gets people gas for it. So I've had a few people messaging me, you know, just when's it coming out? When's it coming out? Can't wait for it. That sort of thing. You what? Yeah, it's got to feel good, man. It's fucking amazing because yeah, I've been doing this a few years now. I've only been on Spotify like a year and a half, 2 years, but been rapping for like four. Didn't get any attention or anything up until the last month, I'd say. So the grind. Okay, all right. So in my very first tracks, so the tracks that like nobody's heard, I started off with a grime feel because that's what I was listening to. And then I mixed it up to trap, and I've been like primarily trap, but the drill's really heating up at the moment. You know, you've got to be careful with drill because, especially with me at least, because I'm not about gangbanging, I'm not about that life. So you can't talk about that on a beat if you're not about it. So I've got to try and make it work with my lyrics. So in 5 years' time, it might be a different trend, but I'm saying like trap drill. Yeah. Uh, shit. Fucking nah. Nah, man. If you want to talk about home, the closest to home is I've got a bunch of Scottish rappers lined up who wanna collab with me. Yeah, yeah. Mm. No, it's been solo since the start, man. So this is just a passion thing. This is I've just been moving on it. I decided I just wanted to do it, you know. So I had nobody with me, uh, who wanted to do it as well. So it's usually how it happens, isn't it? Everyone has a crew and they all hype each other up. But I just went for it myself, and then all the links I've got have been through the internet. So every link I've made has been from a different place. People from Belgium, people from Iran, USA, all that sort of stuff. Argentina, Brazil. It's mad. Yeah, it opens up a lot more doors for me as well. Yeah, yeah. Cheers, man. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, man, for sure, for sure. I'll move wherever the game takes me. Oh no, fuck that. You can't stay in one place because it won't happen for you. Okay, all right. So, all right, it's weird because I don't usually tell people where my hometown's from, but yeah, I'm from Stafford. It's just a little town. It's near Wolves. It's near Birmingham. It's like if you've heard of Birmingham, it's like 30 minutes out from that. 30 minutes out from there. Yeah. Um, just a little town. Not much going on with it. It's trying to get better now, but the past few years it's just been getting kind of shitter and shitter. so that's why I moved away from it. And the people around there, I've got maybe one mate I still speak to, but I've just kind of moved on from it. Yeah, and then that's kind of where I get my lone wolf thing from. So that's why I do everything by myself, is because I didn't have many people who were doing the same thing. Everyone's just gone into like bricklaying or something like that. And specifically the name Young Dementia, um, there's like a calm side to it, and there's a deeper side. So my memory's shit, just straight up. My memory's shit. So Young Dementia, and then the deeper side is my granddad actually passed away from it, and then I didn't know until years down the line that it was because of that, because of dementia. So I'm just carrying. Yeah, it's really personal. I'm just carrying on his name in a way. Oh, I don't know, man. I think it's the features. I think it's collabing, yeah, collabing with a bunch of people, because I was putting a load of music out by myself, and then as soon as I've started getting on this collab thing, it's just kind of it's leveled up. That's where the monthly listeners have came in from. That's where the streams have came in from. So I think the more features I get on, the more people I work with, we can just elevate each other, and it just goes from there. And then I'll move different places, just record new songs in different places, make some music videos. I got to do that. But yeah, yeah. Mhm. Okay, yeah. Um, I want to get to the point where I'm just flying around the world. I want to go everywhere. I want to see everywhere. I'm one of those people who, it's a cliche. Oh, I want to travel, all that sort of shit. But I do. I want to see places. So that's what I want to do. Yeah, as many places as possible. The US has always been a dream of mine. So it's gonna be sick getting there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it is for sure, man. Yeah, that's it's what you hear everywhere, and it's yeah, it's very Americanized because you run the game, so that's what everyone just wants to kind of be like that, or at least work with people in America. Your music and your style is very gassed. You listen to it, you get hyped up, you get hyped up. Um, Here it's very serious, so I think we're trying to cross them over and find a middle ground. Hmm. Yeah. So when I listen to American raps, I listen to a lot of American artists. They use a lot of similes. Every other line is "I'm like something." When it comes to English rap, when you say about the lyricism, we try to use metaphors. Um, so I'm as great as, you know, something like that. But yeah, yeah, it's hard to answer that one. It's hard to answer that one. But okay, yeah. So to start with, you know, say when I started like 4 or 5 years back now, I was listening to a lot of Ocean Wisdom, and he's a UK rapper, um, and he had a very fast style. So when I started rapping, I wanted to be as fast as I could. I was like, oh yeah, fast rap is good rap. Uh, I didn't know much. I was like, oh yeah, the faster you go, the better you go for some reason. And then as I think that helped me a lot down the line because I crafted the fast flow to start with, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, no, I need to slow this down. I'm not too melodic myself, but I'm going to start working on that. And yeah, it started with Ocean Wisdom with the fast rap, and then it started going into like Hunt Show, people like Dig That, uh, Dutch Valley. These are all like UK people. American people, I fucking love Shorty Shorty. I've been repping him for years now. Yeah, he's fire. Um, Controversial, but Mosey. I listen to Mosey as well. Uh, yeah, his XXL was trash, but and then you got people like Chopper. I listen to a lot, man. Like anyone you hear uh, who's popping or is coming up, I listen to them because I want to hear their flows, and I'm I'm thinking how I can work their style into mine, but make it my own. Because there's nothing worse than copying a flow. Like I'll hear a particular sentence or a rhyme, I'll hear that and I'll be like, yo, that's deep. That's pretty good. So I'll try and craft it in my own way without it sounding anything similar. Yeah, man. Yeah. Anything I listen to, I'm listening to it. I'm not just listening to the beat and like, oh yeah, that's a hard beat, man. I actually listen to the lyrics and I think of how they've crafted it and how they go about it. And it started with listening to the actual lyrics, and then it was the beat, and then I started listening to ad libs when I started properly getting into rap, and I was thinking how to make a complete song, and that helped me a lot. Mm, yeah, yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, 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 that's cool. Um, shit. So yeah, in high school, I went to public school, shit like that. It wasn't the roughest, but it's still kind of peak. Um, and when I was in there, I did get bullied a lot, but that was because I started off high school. I was hanging around with like the popular people, and then I realized these people weren't putting the work into their actual work, the class work and all that sort of shit. And at the time, I just wanted to make my mom proud. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to study hard on my work. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pursue that. And because I did that, I kind of fell out of those popularity groups. And then when that happened, you just inevitably get bullies, and yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like 100 to 1 at that point. So, you got people crowding around you, shit. You've got 20 people around you, fucking nutting you and shit. And what are you supposed to do about that? You know. So yeah, difficult. It is, yeah. It's fucking weird in high school, but it isn't. It is not the be all and end all of anything. Everyone forgets about people from high school a year after it's ended. So. Hmm. Yeah, so it was closer when I was younger, and I'm kind of like rebuilding it now to get back close with it, because the reason it isn't as close now is when I came out of high school, I was pursuing chefing. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be fine dining, like Michelin star sort of shit, and I did. I achieved that within. You finish high school at 16. By the time I was 18, I had already done 2 years at like a culinary college, so college just before uni for us. Um, I'd done 2 years there, and then I dropped out to work in a Michelin star kitchen. And from the age of like 13 or 14, before that, I was doing like voluntary work in a fine dining restaurant anyway. So I was like super um, focused on that goal. You know, yeah, with everything I had, I gave 100 to everything, and my mom was like super proud of me at the time. So I was going through those motions, and I made it to the place I wanted to be, this Michelin star kitchen, and then I just found out everyone was an arrogant twat. So when I yeah, just power hungry. Everyone's like power hungry in the kitchen, and you're working 80, 90 hours a week. You're getting paid less than minimum wage. I worked it out when I was at my peak at like the best restaurant I was in. I was getting paid less than £3 an hour for the amount of hours I was working in a week. So it just it just wasn't worth it. So that's when I ditched the chefing, and I got into the computer art, which we talked about at the start. But yeah, so when I dropped the chefing, my mom was she was just kind of like scared for my future, if you know what I mean, because I had a solid job, I had a solid career, a solid life. I had my own flat by the age of 18. I moved out of the house and all that sort of shit. Um, and then when I dropped all of that, it was like her world kind of came crashing down. So there was a lot of pressure on her, as well as a lot of pressure on me. So I went into the computer art after that, and she wasn't she wasn't happy with it, to say the least. because she's like, why didn't you just, still do chefing? What's up with it? What's up with it? But she didn't go through what I went through and didn't see, like, when you don't notice unless you're in the kitchen, that it's not a nice environment. I didn't want to do that until I was 40 years old to eventually have my own restaurant when I would be happy, because that's the stage I'd be happy at, having my own restaurant, being my own boss sort of thing. But yeah, I dropped out of that, did computer art, and then the relationship went down, and now I'm building on it to get back up. Mm-hmm. Nah, uh, let's say, nah, let's say this. I love my mom, great woman, care for me loads, but she doesn't understand rap at all. She's one of those people who are just like, what's the point in rap? It's never going to get you anywhere, sort of thing. So I haven't even told her about it. So this whole thing for the past 4 years has just been a complete secret. So that's why I want to make something out of it. And then I feel like, she might be proud, you know what I mean? And then I can pay the bills, pay my own life, and so I'll be sorted. Yeah, well, yeah. Gold, that's a big achievement to go for, in it. But I think the stage I wanted to tell her at, or the sorry, yeah. Oh, cheers, man. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it's all like ABCs, one, two, threes, all that sort of shit. That's written, but yeah, yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers. It's a lot of like I try when I rhyme, I've been trying to like break down what I do with my own flow as well. I use a lot of opposites. So I'll end the sentence with one word, and then I use like kind of like the opposite meaning for that word, and it just kind of works out. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird, man. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. So like I say, I'm never gonna lie about anything, and yeah, yeah. There's a lot of corporate bullshit that goes on at the moment, so it'll be good to bring some truth to the game. Um, Funny you say that, because before I had this kind of like surge in views the past month on the past week on my Spotify. Um, Literally last week, I messaged a label I was like, "Can you sign me? Because shit ain't happening." Because I'm just kind of like at the end of my tether with everything. So I haven't been doing it too long, but the amount of effort I've been putting into it, I kind of want something to happen now, so I can show, my parents something for it. I want to have some results. So I did message them asking for it, but now thinking about it again, um, I do want to stay independent at least until I earn enough money and I know them enough to go into signing a contract, because I know there's a lot of loopholes and everything where they can just own you. Yeah, and I don't want to get stuck with that. Yeah, man. So got Across the Ponds coming at the end of the month, 31st of August. Yourself on that. It's got 12 tracks on it. 12 tracks on it, 10 different countries, producers and artists on it. They're all fucking fire. And then after that, I've just got a bunch of singles on the way. And then what I'm thinking of as well, I've got a drill album coming. That's coming soon. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what you mean by that too much, but I got given this fucking fire beat pack by this dude, Jason Kamara. He's one of my day ones. I've been working with him in rap since the start. He's only like 14 or 15, but he's got loads of talents producing. He sent me a beat pack, like 10 beats, and that's going to be coming. So it might be an EP rather than an album or like a mixtape or whatever, but that's coming. Shit, yeah. All right. Tom Tyson, he's a real one. Shout him out. Yeah, Jason Kamara, like I said. Uh, yeah, and there's the two I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, they've just been supporting. Peace.